Before you go out and spend that money on a pair of sneakers, let me try and save you from making a potential grave mistake. Because today I'm talking about sneakers you should not buy in 2022. Without explaining too much, just hear me out and see what you think about these sneakers. I'm going to give you a reason for each one. And like always, I appreciate your opinions down in the comments, so feel free to chop it up down there and let's hear what you have to say about these options that I'm talking about today. But with that being said, let's get into the first sneaker, and that is the Yeezy 350 V2 Zebra. But they just restocked. It's time to cop. The price is down. No, these did just restock out in the US, and granted the price has dropped a little bit, but anybody who didn't get a pair on that restock, hear me out because I have a theory. Alongside this US restock, they also had a South Africa restock. So what I'm saying is potentially another restock of the Yeezy 350 Zebra is definitely likely. I mean, we saw the Yeezy 350 Dazzling Blue. They first dropped out in the US and then they had a UK release a little bit further down the line. There definitely is potential that the Zebras will drop at some point this year, whether it be Yeezy Day or whether it be right around the corner. We don't exactly know. Now obviously I can't guarantee this, but it might just be worth waiting it out a little bit before you go out and grab a pair. So that might just save you a little bit of money. But listen to this next one, because this one is almost guaranteed to save you some money, because it is the Dunk Low Panda. Listen, this one almost goes without saying. I know it may be tempting, especially if you've missed out on a lot of the recent restocks, because there has been plenty. But before you say F it and go out and spend double the price on this pair of sneakers, just hear me out. I think if you go out and pay the resale price for the Pandas, you're gonna be pretty disappointed. Not only by the fact that when you get them in and you realize the material is just terrible, as soon as you put them on their foot, they crease up like paper, but also they restock a lot. Like, we've had a bunch of restocks, not just in the UK, but we've had multiple out in the US, multiple globally. The chances of these things restocking again is very high. Now, we've not just seen the restocks on the Nike app, but we've also seen them from plenty of other different retailers. They've just held random raffles. So again, from what we're hearing from the people who know about stock numbers and restocks, that these should be restocking every few months, because Nike is just going to be pumping out the Pandas. But I'd hate to see you go out and spend a bunch of money on a sneaker that has materials that definitely isn't worth that resale price, just to find out that they restock and you could have got them for retail. Now listen, while we're on the topic of dunks, my next one is some of the older dunks. Don't buy them. So I'm specifically talking about the Kentucky and the Syracuse colorways, but there's also a couple others that are mixed in there right now. These colorways are going for something ridiculous on the aftermarket, like way higher than any other colorway in the Nike Dunk Low. Now, it's not just because those colorways are so special and they're so amazing. I mean, they're nice colorways, but it's just because those kind of dropped right at the beginning of the Dunk hype. Recently, Nike has been releasing the Nike ID option for the Dunk Low, and that means you can create essentially the Kentucky colorway, maybe the Syracuse, but I know for sure the Kentucky colorway. I mean, you can change the panels to pretty much be a one-to-one identical color option as the Kentucky colorway of the Dunk. They also restock this Nike ID option quite frequently. So I think if you go out and spend money on resale for either of these colorways and then they restock on the Nike ID, you'll be pretty upset at how much you had to pay for those ones. Now, obviously, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just giving you my opinion, and hopefully that saves you some money if you decide to take it. But like I said, Nike ID restocks all the time, not just for the lows, but the highs, and you can create some pretty cool colorways if that's something you wanted to do. Either way, let's move on to my next one, and this one's a little bit more personal opinion, but I'm hoping it helps some people out who are maybe on the fence. That is the Yeezy Knit Runner. Listen, I've given this one some thought, and I have been a little bit conflicted about whether to recommend this sneaker or not, but I'm coming to a decision. Just don't buy the Yeezy Knit Runner. So first off, I think the retail price is a little bit too high for this pair of sneakers. Like, I've had both colorways now, I've tried both of them out, and I just think that 170 pounds is just, it's too much for what it is. Another kind of thing to keep in mind is that when the second colorway, the Stone Carbon, dropped, the price is significantly lower in terms of the resale market than the original one. And I feel like with this Knit Runner, it's going to be a similar kind of situation to the Yeezy 450. When they dropped the original colorway, the resale prices were super high, and they started restocking both the Cloud White and the Slate Gray, and then they started dropping some more colorways, and now you can pick any of the 450s up for pretty cheap. And I have very high suspicions that this is going to be the same case for the Yeezy Knit Runner, so if you maybe held off until they've released a couple more colorways, you could probably pick them up for a decently low price. So again, the Yeezy Knit Runner is a very interesting looking pair of shoes, so if it's a style of shoe that you really wanted, by all means go ahead and grab it. I'm all for crazy looking sneakers, so you make up your own mind. I'm just trying to give you my opinion, and hopefully it helps some people out. All right, let's move on to my next one, a sneaker that I pretty much wear every single day, and that is the Ultra Boost. But you said you love them. You said you wear them every day. I love the Ultra Boost. I think it's a great sneaker. Like I said, I wear it every day to the gym. It's super comfortable. I think it looks really good, but don't go and buy these full price. Like when I bought this pair on Adidas, it was 160 pounds, and I was like, I don't really know if I want to pay that much. So guess what? I went out, did a little bit of research, and I got these for half the price. And that's because you can find pretty much any Ultra Boost on sale at a lot of different places, whether it is Adidas themselves doing some kind of sale, or whether it's just finding another retailer. In fact, I bought my pair over on StockX, and I paid about 80 pounds, and this was right around the time that the Ultra Boost 21 dropped. So if you do a little bit of research, you check around, try StockX. I think a lot of the Ultra Boost models are going for quite low. You can definitely save yourself some money. So not completely don't buy this sneaker at all. I'm saying, hey, go and buy it. It's a great sneaker, but don't pay full price. All right, this next one, let's get into our prediction bags. Let's look into the future and see if we can make a little bit of a prediction, because I'm talking about the Yeezy 700 V2 Vanta. These are coming back for sure. Come on, they are coming back for sure. You know, Kanye's looking at the resale price of these Vantas and he's being like, oh hell no, let's pump up those manufacturers and let's get going. Now obviously I can't confirm this, but we're starting to hear talks that the Yeezy 700 V2 Vanta is going to be restocking apparently this year. If we take a look at the history of Yeezy brand, they have a very high tendency to pretty much restock everything. So I'd hate to see you go out and spend 600 on this pair of 700s only to have it restock and the price drop all the way back down to retail. If you are on the fence maybe to looking at buying these Vantas, I would definitely wait out, see how the year plays out, especially wait till Yeezy Day, because that's probably when most restocks are going to happen. You might just save yourself a whole bunch of money. All right, last but not least, the Jordan 1. Don't buy it. Don't even think about buying. No, but seriously, I want you to think about this, right? Take a look at pretty much all of the recent Jordan 1s that have dropped. It hasn't felt, or it hasn't been anything like the past releases that we saw in 2021. They've been releasing and then ending up going pretty low on the aftermarket in terms of resale value. In fact, for the first time in a very long time, we actually saw a pair of Jordan 1s sitting on the Nike sneakers app. Again, it's something I was pretty surprised by. So if you were potentially looking back at some of the older, super expensive Jordan 1s, all I'm saying is maybe just think about it. Maybe look into the future at some of the leaks and rumors that we have of some upcoming Jordan 1s and think, maybe do I need this pair? Because you're more likely going to be getting the future ones at a lower price. But yeah, there's a list of sneakers I think you should not buy here in 2022. Of course, we're gonna have a bunch of different opinions. I'd love to hear it down in the comment section. Help us all out. Now listen, a part 2 is coming real soon. Sneakers you should buy in 2022. So subscribe for that. Follow me over on Instagram. Would love to have you over there. But that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one. But until then.